Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're gonna talk about how you should read every single thing that you can get your hands on, whether it's trade magazines, books, anything that'll help you at your craft, manage people, lead people. You need to be reading that.
You play to win the game. Hello?
You will not win because I will not lose. Can't be touched.
Hey guys, it is, and I think this is obvious, but sometimes I think it's not always obvious when I talk to shop owners, but it's the shop owner's job, right, to just continuously learn, continuously grow, continuously know what's going on in this industry. That's part of like being an owner. That's part of your job and setting the tone for what you expect, right? So we talked about how do you get your techs to go to training, right? Well, you create a core value, you create that culture, right? And you have to be a part of that as well. And you know, one of the ways to do that, right? There's many ways to do that, right? There's message boards. There's actual like the reading of a book. You want a really interesting interview question? Ask people the last book they read, right? Why'd they read it? Tell me about it. What was compelling about it? Like what made you read it, right? What was the story, right? And if it's a nonfiction book, right? Like dive into it. Like try and learn something from them, right? See if they actually learn anything from the book. But that's interview question. But as an owner, right? You should be reading books. You should be like continuing to grow your knowledge base. You should be taking outside concepts and like attempting to apply them into your business. Just a thought, but at a very minimum, you should be reading these trade magazines. We all get them, and they're just filled with amazing information. So many shop owners talk, like they ask me like, oh, where'd you come up with that idea? Where'd you come up with that idea? Where'd you come up with that idea? Oh, where'd you get that idea? How'd that happen? Like, and you say, I noticed a pain point. Like I was getting punched in the face, and I was like, man, let's stop getting punched in the face. Or right, I read it. Right, like every month, old Chubby from ATI, who's maybe my competitor, so maybe I shouldn't plug old Chubby there, but Chubby writes some good shit. So I don't know. Fine, read Chubby's articles, right? Oh, here's funny. Here's page 16, Motor Age, previous video we've done. Commitment to training. Training from the tech perspective. Very interesting. I read it. I don't remember it, but I'm sure I read it because this is an old issue. But, Chubby writes articles in here, right? They do, Ratchet and Wrench does some great stuff for owners. You should be reading this every single month, right? Like, take time away from your shop. When you get, like, the Ratchet and Wrench, oh, man, look at that. AutoLogic, got one of those, right? Read this article, and I was like, man, this is definitely a tool we need in our building for coding, programming, flashing, doing Euro diagnostic work, right? That's where I got the idea to like really invest in one of these. So we bought one. You should be, and this is what I do, right? I get a copy of Ratchet and Wrench. It takes me a couple hours to read it from cover to cover, and I go to the coffee shop. Middle of the day, I step out. I say, man, this is. And it's so hard. What's really hard for a lot of shop owners is they think, and me included, because I struggled with this for a long time, they think that if they leave the building and were to go and read something, that's not work, right? The only work you can do is like, turn a ratchet or like sell a job. And honestly, that shouldn't be your job as an owner, right? Maybe you fill into that role, maybe you step into that role every now and then, but you also have to take on the higher level stuff, right? So going and reading this and knowing what's going on in the industry, learning about autonomous vehicles, learning about coding, improving policies and procedures, learning strategies for culture, developing leadership, knowing about oil, culture, that's funny. Sales techniques, right? That's your job, right? Don't think that your job is exclusively to fix cars or to like sit at the counter and sell stuff, right? Your job is to know the overarching themes in this industry and then apply them to your business, right? Read as much as you can. It will help immensely.